Now on a somber note, only administrative and office staff completed regular shifts at Campion College on Wednesday following Tuesday's tragic incident involving a rugby player during training on the compound. Classes were dismissed early after counseling psychologists from the Ministry of Education and Youth and the school's guidance department engaged students, one-on-one and in groups. Carolyn Brown visited the campus for a follow-up, having done the story on the day. A tough one, no doubt, Carolyn.
Definitely, Nika, a very tough one. And can I tell you, from the offset, we could tell that we're not going to get much from the school. But interestingly, towards the latter part of the afternoon, I found some persons who knew a little about the youngster. So Rashad Richards was popular in St. Anne, where he was born. He was an A student, a top boy from kindergarten through to grade 6 at Columbus Prep. Rashad was living his dreams in Kingston under the guidance of a relative, having earned one of the government scholarships from Columbus to Campion, the high school of his choice. Now back home in Bel Air, his parents and his sister, who is in grade 2, are devastated by the news of his death. So too are his former principal and teachers, his friends. He was close to perfect, said one loved one, trying to maintain composure. He was such a sweet child, not one to be on the playground during recess or at lunchtime. It was the worst news his parents could be told. They are inconsolable, said a friend who visited them and who described Rashad as well-focused, a disciplined child who was always reading and studying. And speaking of studying, I visited Campion College earlier, where Rashad was a second former. The investigation into his death is at a delicate stage, and we are mindful of that. We are also understanding the significance of updating the public on a situation that affects a nation.
Except for a few children waiting to be picked up after the scheduled early adjustment to the usual time of dismissal, 105 Hope Road was on Wednesday void of the laughter and the movements of boys and girls. A text notified all concerned it would not be a normal day at school. Quote, "We know that many of you will want to reach out to Rashad's family. We ask that you direct all messages of condolence through the school office, allowing the family the space they need during this time of grief." But there was no room for the media at the school. Even with gates swung wide open, we would eventually find out after being stopped on way to the main office and ushered out. There was no explanation, just that the instructions were direct. Strictly no media would be accommodated at this time. Psychologists and counselors from the Ministry of Education and the Guidance Department at Campion, however, engaged the students one-on-one and in groups. It's alleged Rashad fell from a goalpost which fell on him, and he died from injuries to the head.
It's a rainy afternoon. It's minutes to 2, and the usual energetic atmosphere is missing. A child is dead. A family, a school, an extended population struggle to comprehend and to process this tragic incident. Reporting from Campion College, this is Carolyn Brown for CVM News.